there exists a lethal adaptation that nature has cultivated over millions of years, a substance that in minimal quantities can be deadly. This substance is called venom, and it is present in every biological kingdom. Some plants possess these substances, as do fungi and even bacteria. In fact, the most poisonous substance on the planet is produced by a bacterium called Clostridium botulinum. In reality, any substance can potentially be poisonous due to its chemical composition. Depending on the quantity, it can cause death, whether in solid, liquid, or gaseous form. For example, water can be poisonous, as can oxygen and even lead. However, the most dangerous substances are those that can cause harm with a very small dose. All poisons are potentially lethal, but in smaller doses, they can cause illnesses, injuries, or disrupt the functions of the digestive, circulatory, hepatic, renal, reproductive, and neurological systems when they come into contact with a living being. Living organisms have learned to harness this characteristic, including the animal kingdom, which uses it for various purposes: protection, weaponry, digestion, intimidation, and any other use a species can employ to survive. The animal kingdom has many methods for obtaining or generating poisonous substances. The primary method is having a specialized organ for producing these substances, as seen in spiders or snakes. Another method is consuming animals or plants that contain venom, which is then stored in an organ or secreted through the skin, as some frogs or fish do. When these animals are attacked or eaten, their predator consumes the venom and subsequently succumbs to its effects. Therefore, to discuss venomous animals, I will divide them into two groups: those that use venom to hunt and those that use it for protection, although some can use it for both purposes. Many species need to hunt fast-moving prey but lack the speed to do so. As a result, they rely on toxins that can be injected quickly. Sea snakes are an example of this. They are not strong swimmers compared to fish, but when they spot prey, they attack by injecting venom through fangs that function like hypodermic needles. An example is the beaked sea snake, one of the most venomous creatures on the planet. On land, life is not much different for many snakes. For instance, coral snakes are among the most venomous on Earth and display bright colors to warn predators of their danger, avoiding unnecessary confrontations. This allows them to conserve venom, as its production requires significant nutrients that must be replenished by hunting prey. A similar method is used by rattlesnakes, which use their tails to signal their presence. However, when hunting, their rattle is of no use. Cobras, on the other hand, flare their hoods to appear larger, and their patterns mimic eyes. But snakes are not the only venomous reptiles. There are two lizards that also possess venom glands for hunting, and no, the Komodo dragon is not venomous. If they do produce any toxins, these are generated by bacteria in their mouths, not by specialized glands. The reptiles I am referring to are the Gila monster, which inhabits the deserts of North America, and the Mexican beaded lizard, which lives in the deserts of Mexico, Guatemala, and the United States. These are the only venomous lizards on the planet, whose saliva becomes toxic when mixed with substances produced by glands located in their jaw muscles. In fact, when these reptiles bite, they latch on to allow the saliva to enter their prey system. When it comes to arthropods, they possess the ability to have modified limbs for venom inoculation. A clear example is scorpions, which have an extension of their abdomen that ends in a stinger with a venom gland. One of the most dangerous species is the fat-tailed scorpion, which inhabits the Middle East and North Africa and is responsible for numerous human deaths. Few species dare to hunt them due to their potent neurotoxic cocktail. Another specimen that uses its modified tail is the blue scorpion, an arachnid with striking colors whose venom is not as potent in proportion to the amount it injects into humans. Additionally, the properties of its toxic substance are being studied, as it is believed to have potential anti-tumor properties, although this is still under development and discussion. Another well-known venomous arachnid is spiders. Many of them are not dangerous to humans, but one that is feared for its bite is the recluse or violin spider. Its venom causes necrosis in the bite area, as it uses it to digest its prey. The spider sucks the fluids generated by the venom, which has made it notorious, especially due to the fear associated with its bite. Another popular venomous spider is the black widow, a genus of arachnids known as araneomorphs, with 32 recognized species. They are remembered because some exhibit cannibalistic behavior toward males after mating. However, it is important to note that although many spiders are dangerous, it is not wise to kill them. If you encounter one, it is best to capture it in a container and release it in an area away from people and pets. These animals help control other insects that can transmit diseases. Many species do not use venom to hunt, but to defend themselves. For example, many fish have spines on their fins that, with the slightest contact, can be lethal. A notable case is the lionfish, which is visually striking, but its red colors highlight a latent danger. Most marine predators avoid approaching them, and those that make the mistake of biting them usually meet a grim end. Other venomous marine animals include jellyfish, which have translucent bodies that make them almost invisible. However, their tentacles possess small stingers that can cause almost instant death to their victims. An example is the box jellyfish, whose venom is nearly instantaneous due to its slow movement. In fact, in many places, it is considered the most venomous animal on the planet. Cone snails are marine snails that deceive their prey with a protrusion they use as a harpoon to hunt. Although they are very attractive to divers, handling them can have unexpected consequences, as their venom is extremely dangerous. In the world of mammals, the number of venomous animals is very limited. One example is the platypus, where the male has a spur connected to a venom gland, which it uses to defend itself against predators. This is another reason why the platypus is considered one of the strangest animals in the world. In the world of primates, there is an animal often mistaken for being venomous, the slow loris. Its bite can cause an allergic reaction due to components in its saliva, but it is not considered venomous, as not all people experience an allergic reaction. In birds, this trait is non-existent, or at least so far, no evidence has been found to suggest they are venomous. However, some specimens, while cleaning their feathers, may spread remnants of food from animals that are indeed venomous. But this does not mean that birds are venomous. It simply means their food is, as they primarily consume arthropods. Therefore, it cannot be claimed that birds are venomous. In the case of the golden poison frog, like many anurans from South America, they consume large quantities of ants. Their venom is secreted through their skin and mixes with other bodily fluids, enhancing this toxic cocktail. This is why tribes in these regions use these fluids to coat their darts, turning them into potentially dangerous and deadly weapons. There are many species that are extremely dangerous, and it would be difficult to list them all. For example, anemones, which are used by clownfish as a protective shield, or some crabs that place them on their shells. Something I want to emphasize is that many of the species mentioned above are attractive to people who want to keep them as pets. However, these animals represent a potential danger, especially if one does not know how to handle them. Therefore, if you're interested in having a pet, it is better to opt for a more conventional animal. Currently, there are many places where venomous specimens are bred to extract their secretions and, from them, create antivenoms, especially for snakes. Today, venomous animals are highly diverse and widely distributed across the planet. That is why, if you come across an unfamiliar animal, it is best not to handle it and to research it further. The risk could lead to your demise, as has happened to many people who have succumbed to such ambitions. Venom is a mechanism that nature has created to kill almost instantly, something that has fascinated humans but has rarely been matched in its lethal potential. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, give it a like and share it so more people can discover this channel. If you're new, I invite you to subscribe. Thank you very much for watching this video. See you next time.